First, I want to tell something about us. This is in Dutch, but I shall explain it in English. We're working for Conderwessels-projecten. We're a Volker Wessels company. Volker Wessels have 130 companies. And you can find us here in the Netherlands, in the UK, Germany, and in Canada. And well, this is a sheet from 2021. At this moment, we have more than 18,000 employees. And last year, our revenue was in euros 6.2 billion. And we are the second large builder here in the Netherlands. The biggest one is the BAM.
Wow.
And we bought this area in 2016 and made this plan.
So you are a company, you bought this place and then you made a developing project.
Yes.
And your company is called
No, our company is Volker Wessels.
Volker Wessels.
And I am from Conderwessels-projecten.
Wow. Okay.
Half uur en een uurtje kunnen ze hier dan zijn met de fiets. Is dat goed?
Nou, op een half uur zal wel mooi zijn. Dan is het goed, anders ga ik eerst daar zijn. Dat is goed, Esther.
Ja.
Well, sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I introduced Conderwessels, but I am Roy. I am a city developer, and I'm working for Conderwessels-projecten. I'm working since 2016, and I'm only working on this project. And I am from Nijverdal. It's a city in the east of Holland, 1 hour traveling by car from here. And I will tell within the next 2 hours more about this development. Do you like something to drink, coffee, tea, or? Mijnerswijk, it's a green enclave on the south bank of the Rhine River. It's a rough and charming at the same time with green banks, lots of water and dense willow forest and open grass plains all over the area. And since 2008, politicians and residents of Arnham are talking about improve this area. And this improvement became possible after a referendum in 2016 on the further elaboration of this plan, which they call in Arnhem Plan de Eilanden, Plan the Island. And well, you showed.
I can ask the question. You can go back.
Yeah.
So, is this one a man-made? This looks like a lake, a small lake over there. Is it?
No. It's now we are in here.
Yeah.
At the brick factory.
Yeah.
Here you see the Rhine River.
Yes.
And this is a secondary trans side river.
Okay. Oh, is a river. That one?
No, it's not a river, but if the water level in the Rhine rise, then this is the second trans.
Okay.
So the level will stay low in the Rhine.
Okay.
Why? Because this side is what? This
No,
side is
I tell something about it later.
And the Rhine River comes from where?
Sorry?
Where does it come from?
From Germany.
Germany.
Germany and Austria.
Austria, and then comes through the Netherlands, goes to the sea.
Yes. In Germany, they call it the Rhine.
The Rhine.
And it comes in Holland by Lobit.
Okay.
And over there, the Rhine goes further in the Waal, into the Neder-Rhine, and in the IJssel.
And this area before anything, how was it like? Before like you guys develop it to be like this?
Oh, I'll tell.
You will show?
I will show it in the next
We
sheets.
have a lot of curiosity.
Yeah, it's
So
okay.
maybe we,
It's no problem.
maybe
it's no
we let
problem.
him explain and we can ask.
Yeah,
You can ask later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this Mijnswijk, it's a nature reserve managed by horses and cows. So they have to eat a lot of grass, and it's an area under influence of the river. So if the water in the river rises, then also the water in this area rises. So we call it in the Netherlands we call it an uiterwaard. I don't know the exactly English word for it
Wetland?
because it's typically Dutch.
Okay.
But it's this area. The main goal from this area is to give room for the river.
Okay.
So if the water in the Rhine rises, the water in this area rises.
Rises.
To protect actually all the areas where people live.
Residential areas, unlike
Residential,
people
yeah.
like built areas.
This is a dike to protect all those houses. And sometimes, mostly in February, when the ice and snow on the Alps has smelted. Melted, sorry, thank you.
Yes.
You understand a little bit Dutch.
Yes.
No, I don't, but
Okay,
I was
okay.
connecting now, yeah.
Well, then the water in the Rhine will rise and need more space, and they find space in a part of this area.
Nice.
So normally it floods in February, you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, mostly February and the beginning of March.
Okay.
But the last years, especially in the summer, they were very
Yeah,
dry summers.
in August, kind of, it was a bit.
Yeah, last year in August, yeah, there was a lot of rain, but there were some problems in Limburg, in Maastricht, but not in this area, because in this area and also in the Waal in Nijmegen,
Yeah.
there is enough room for the river to rise and to.
So if I understand in a nutshell, this is a settlement, this area. Like settlement, there is a living people here.
Yes.
And your idea is if the river rises here, we want to give it more space, more room so that it goes and floods somewhere else.
Yeah.
So like you don't make something like that before the settlement or after the settlement. You make it inside the settlement, right? This is the idea.
Yeah. No. Now at this moment there are living people over here, over
Right.
there, and
Right.
over there.
Right.
This is now a former brick factory,
Okay.
and those areas are two harbors, and they're laying higher.
Right.
And we are increase this area, and I will tell some more about. So we give the river more room over there. We digging out a secondary trench. So the river, when the river rises, it gets more space over here, and because we are creating more room in this area, we can build some house over there, over here, and over there.
Okay, so the water that comes and enters there, so it's just being stored for some period, or?
No, it's not being stored. When the water is rising, first this trench is floating with the river, and it goes like this, and all the water from here goes through there or through there. So it's mostly to protect this side of Arnhem.
Okay.
So this area here, you open it manually or it just floods? Like
No. It's this is
like a low trench,
a dike.
a dike. Okay.
Yeah. And a few days before they lowered the dike.
They lowered the dike. Okay.
So normally the water flows only through here. Only where the water rises, it flew also over there and later over there.
So this is sweet water, not salty.
No, sweet. Yes.
And there is no salty water coming from the sea toward.
No.
No. Okay.
No, it's only a little bit on the west side of
Okay.
Holland. We call it.
And how many people live here? Like settlement around this.
In Arnham?
Yeah.
I thought 80,000.
80,000. And what is the degree of like the level to the sea of Arnhem?
Now we're at 13.5 meters above the sea level.
Okay.
At this place.
In this place. Okay.
Yeah.
We have a lot of questions, so
Okay.
let's do this.
Well, I told you about the cows and the horses. You see them. They manage this area. But this is also Mijnswijk. The area is called after a castle once stood here, Mijnswijk. And you drive through this area. It was when you called the taxi. I don't know what's you calling me or the taxi driver?
She and the taxi driver.
Okay. Well, you are driving here and you drive through this path.
Yes.
And the castle was standing in this.
There was a castle here.
Yeah. And you can see it over here. It was an image from the castle. And the castellum, you saw also on maybe when you were driving through this area, it was a Roman castellum, and it was.
So it was like a church or what?
Sorry?
It looks like a church or something.
No, it was a toll house. Lots of years ago, when the Roman people lived here, this was the castellum they found here. This was the lowest point of the river, and when people want to cross the river, the Roman had built a kind of toll house, well, to pay tax when you want to cross the river.
Wow.
And in later years, you found brick factories here in this area, built on higher points, and those areas were also used as a refugee place for animals when the water rises. And there were two brick factories, one over here and one over here, and all those in this water they want clay. Clay over here, sand over there. They're making bricks, and they transformed it through the river. And in the 80s, we built a Cold War defense to protect the Netherlands against the Russians. We never used it, but now at this moment it's maybe a little bit actual, but they didn't work. But you can also find those tanks here in this area. But this is also Mijnswijk, some neglected, weak and polluted places. Now you see the port of the former Arnhemse scheepsbouwmaatschappij. It's a shipbuilder, and well, with our plans we want to improve those areas to get Mijnswijk alive. And with the realization of our plans that the Arnhem citizens would meet each other in this area, lot of citizens of Arnhem were never been here. And well, together we will work on a little bit of history of Arnhem. Well, as I told at the start of the presentation, last years we worked on a plan which can count on the support of the citizens of Arnhem. It's financially feasible, and everything we do it on our own property. The most important things we do is giving more room to the river, to digging out the secondary trench, I told. And due to this channel, the water level drops by 10 centimeters when it's high water. And it's a small number, but it can be the difference between flooding and no flooding. So it's very important. Arnhem is also getting greener because we transfer 126 hectare of our property to the local government. We have a lot of area who belongs to us, and we're giving it to the local government. So the local government can realize a big nature network, and that's a wish, very old wish from the local government who wants to realize this with our plans. And it won't cost the government €0. They don't have to pay for this. It's a gift. And because we are digging out the secondary trench and we transfer the 126 hectare of nature, that's why we may build 430 houses here in this area.
Oh, there is going to be a residential area here, built by the company.
We built the houses.
You built the houses.
Yes.
You already built it, or you are going to?
No.
You?
We're going to do it. We will start in 1 year.
And can you locate where is the plan to build the houses?
Yeah. Now we are here in the information center, and we're going to build 80 houses over here, and we're going to build 350 houses over in these two spaces. But I will show those places when the bicycles are here, and then we're going to visit those places.
So beautiful. So these are like villa houses, like small houses
Yes.
with their own. Wow.
Well, I will tell more about it. But we do not only build houses. There are some more things about this plan. First, the ASM harbor. It's a cultural. It will become a cultural amphitheater with a floating stage. This is a picture which is taken in the harbor of Cirque de la Liberté. It's a show. It will start again this week, I think. Or since vorige week al?
Yeah, last week.
Okay, last week they started. The artists are originally from Cirque du Soleil. I don't know if you.
From where?
Cirque du Soleil. Do you know?
Serbia.
Sorry?
Serbia?
No, Cirque du Soleil. Do you know it? It's an international world cirque theater. And well, they have every year in May and June a show here in this cultural amphitheater with the lights of the city in the background. And also in this area there is a historic wharf. They're already providing a ferry connection with the north side of the river. And in this side of the area, we're also realizing a festival site where various pop festivals are taking place a few times a year. This is a picture in 2019 before the COVID crisis. And this year there are also this festival comes back. 2 weeks ago there was also a festival here, and when we are cycling through this area, you will see the last trench of the festival. And as I told, we are building homes for everyone. On the left side, on the islands, it will be 80 villas. And on the right side of the Mandela Bridge, this is the Mandela Bridge, this is the John Frost Bridge. And on this side, we are going to build 350 houses.
350.
350 for everyone, so also social rent, medium expensive houses, and up to the 430 homes in the final situation means that only 1% of the whole area will be built with current and future houses.
So these villas are for like how many family members? These villas are from how many family members?
Well, there are 80 houses.
Yes. So each house is like how many people?
Well, yeah,
family?
you can live there with alone, with 2, with 3, 4.
3, 4.
We say
Hello.
good morning.
Good morning.
It was
You can
quiet
sit
too.
over there.
Yeah, or over there.
You can get here
Yeah,
because of the
that's what I
presentation.
can be able to see.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
be here because of the
Maybe it's-
presentation.
You're looking at this
Yeah.
one.
He's not recording, so I can be able to hear.
And
So can I ask, like, how much is the built area for each villa? Like,
Sorry,
for each villa, how much is the built area for each villa you're gonna build?
how big the villas are?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. It's,
You don't know.
it's will be there are some big villas, some small
Okay.
villas.
And how much is the
But
like?
the footprint of all the buildings we're going to build on the left side of the bridge, and the right side of the bridge will be 20,000 square meters.
Square meter.
Footprint.
And do you know how much would one villa cost, like approximately the price?
I think the villas have average of €1 million.
1 million euro.
Yeah.
Okay. And these are like shareable homes, like 3-floor apartment buildings?
Yeah, and there will be also social rent, also,
Social rent,
but also penthouses.
Like this one
Yes.
in the photo.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. So how does the social rent works? So you here in Netherlands,
Yeah.
so you rent a small apartment from the government, and you pay
No.
rent. How does it work? The social renting.
We built.
You built?
the houses,
Ah.
and we sell it to wooncorporaties. That's our corporations
Oh, corporation, okay.
who buy the houses and rent it to people
To people.
who can't afford a house on the free market.
Okay.
So if you you loan in Nederland?
Yeah, should I assist you?
Okay. You see, if you explain like how does
Als
it?
je loan,
Your gross, your
your
so your salary.
Your salary, sorry, thank you. Your salary is below 35,000 a year.
Okay.
You
You're
can
eligible.
buy a house on the free market. Then you can rent a social house from the corporation.
So you rent a house, then you pay salaries,
No,
you,
you pay-
you pay a rent.
Salary is like a criterion.
Yeah, so like you pay, if you are below 35,000, you're eligible to live in a social house.
Yeah.
You pay rent by month, like a small amount. And then what happens after like 10, 20 years? Do you get the house, or you are still pay rent?
We only build the houses.
You only build the house and you give it to the corporation, and that's it.
Yes,
I see.
yes.
I see. Thank you.
And the corporation buys the houses and they rent it to people who have a maximum salary of
Yeah.
35,000 a year.
Per family capita.
Yes.
So the family, when they rent the house, do they get credits? Like they say, there is a system in another country where a family pay rent, but that rent goes to the amount of the house. After 20 years, the house belongs to you.
No.
There is not something
No.
like that. Okay, gotcha.
Not like that.
Not
The
like
house
The-
must be available for people.
For people who are like in the social credits, gotcha.
Yeah. But it's a little actual problem here in the Netherlands, because there are also a lot of families living in the social rent houses which salary is much higher.
Higher.
So they're living very cheap over here, and
Yes.
there are a lot of families waiting.
Or to get in.
Yeah.
I see.
But also now there is a refugee problem. Also
I see.
people who need houses and they die voorrang.
Yes.
Prevalence, yeah.
Prevalence.
Prevalence so that's
There are not enough houses,
There are
that's
not
simply the
enough
problem.
yeah.
So people who are in a social housing and by their salary actually should move on to
Should move
something,
on,
they don't
yeah.
because there's nothing available to them. So it's sort of stuck.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I want to tell inside. Now we can discover the area the next 1.5 hours by bike. And at first, the bikes are not here at this moment. So first we're gonna walk through the dike over there. It's only 100 meters, and then we're going back here and go by bike to the other side of the area.
Maybe if a request, if you could do like in a nutshell, like a short for him, so that maybe you can even do it in Dutch to become easier for him. Yeah.
I think I'm fine. I think there was a website and I already went there, so I think I know what's going on. I'm actually more interested in what comes now, walking around.
Okay, because you are from Arnhem, or?
No, I came from Culemborg.
Okay.
And I thought it was a good idea not to go first to Rotterdam, join them, and then come here, but I should have.
And you by train or?
No, I have a motorcycle.
Okay.
So I'll take your bike, not my bike.
You'll be much faster. You will see stuff.
Yeah,
more
but
difficult.
you really don't have. I mean, you have to concentrate. So biking is easier.
Okay.
No, it was. Google was not working perfectly well. So
Yeah.
I've been driving. I've seen the outside of this area,
Okay.
and also the other side of the river.
Yeah.
So I've seen the outside. So now it's time to see the inside. And thank you, Linda. But I think it's fine. I think I know a bit too. Actually, I spoke to a friend who lives in Oosterbeek.
Yeah.
It's sort of across the river.
Yeah.
So we already discussed it a little bit.
Yeah.
And apparently it seems, so he's a resident in the area and they know about this.
Yeah.
And I was in Arnhem Center asking for directions here and they also know about it.
Yeah.
So you're known as a
Yeah.
concept or as an area.
Yeah.
A sample test of two, but anyway.
And if I ask, what's your job?
What am I doing?
What are you
Yeah.
doing daily?
No, I'm part of the, like a student, part of this group, like all of them. But I'm a bit older, as you probably can see. I've been working on international projects in land administration and urban planning. Those are the two topics. I myself, I'm a really technical guy, databases, GIS, things like that. So I support the real experts in housing or urban or land matters. And I'm doing this course because I wanted to know more about climate change and mitigation and adaptation and all that stuff. I work for a company in Denmark,
Okay.
COWI. It's like DHV here, or Royal
Yeah.
Haskoning,
Yeah.
similar but Danish, and they are totally into green, like many of them. But one of the announcements of my company, like a month ago, is we are not doing projects which are based or connected to fossil fuel.
Okay.
So they're really going green, and I'm working for this company for 18 years, and I don't know much about it, so that's why I'm here.
Hmm.
But yeah.
We're also working together with a Danish architect from Copenhagen.
Okay. A part of COE is what they bought, but they go by their own name, is Architema. That's a company of architects, so maybe he's from there, and then he's a direct colleague. So
Okay.
so COE also grows by acquisition. Yeah. So.
But about climate changing, the difference between the plan we have made and all the other plans is that all the other companies who made plans were only making a plan to realize their own goal.
Exactly.
So Rijkswaterstaat, it's actually the owner of the Rhine River, was only focused about giving more space to the river. The local government made a plan to realize the natural reserve, but they didn't have the property. Before us, there was other developer. They called Fanos, and they made the plan. Well, as you can see here, with more than 6,000 houses. They called it here in Arnhem as a Manhattan at the Rhine. But there was no. The people in Arnhem won't have this plan. And that's also a little problem in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is a very small country with 18 million people who live over here. And in my opinion, we want too many things. We want we have to build a lot of houses. We want to have a lot of nature reserves. We want to drive 130 on the highway. We want a lot of things, and we are very busy with our own goals. And one of the main jobs we have to do in the next years is to to realize all those goals and
balance it.
Balance
all the interests.
find a balance in it. And I think that's the plan we've made the last 4 or 5 years. There is balance in all the goals.
When I came in, so I'm not trying to ask questions that you already have asked. But when I came in, you mentioned 20,000 square meters building footage. So if an average building is 200, so that would be 100 houses in this.
No, it's 430
400.
and 18 houses over here, and the 350 houses over here. They're all apartments.
Okay. So you also the high rises.
Yeah, but the highest building will be 8 floors.
8 floors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I think the bicycles are here.